Thank you, Eddie. Former Nalcor CEO Ed Martin was back on the stand at the Muskrat Falls inquiry today. His displeasure with inquiry lawyers increasingly rose to the surface. That's after they pressed him on whether he adequately informed the government about risks with the project. NTV's Michael Connors joins us live with more on our top story. Michael?
Thank you very much, Lynn. The inquiry got to the heart of the matter today on the issue of cost and schedule, but Ed Martin refused to give any ground. The tension built during day 2 of Ed Martin's testimony. Martin conceded that he was the one who decided the Muskrat Falls cost estimates should be done at a riskier P50 confidence level, rather than a more reliable P75, as recommended by consultants. That meant there was a 50% chance of Muskrat Falls going over budget. Government officials say they were never told about that.
And my point to you is that that was not understood by our government because you did not explain it to them.
So I just fundamentally disagree with your characterization for openers. Just fundamentally disagree with that.
Testimony by Nalcor VP Gilbert Bennett suggested that Martin was trying to lower the cost estimates in order to get a deal for the maritime link with Emera, which was necessary to get the federal loan guarantee. But Martin says he actually padded the cost estimates in anticipation of being negotiated down by Emera, although future testimony by Emera may contradict that.
When I run negotiation, I run a negotiation. What goes on in my head, I don't share with everybody. I don't feel compelled to do that. If I want to go in with a number and change numbers to get someplace I have to get to, I do it.
Martin did not include $500 million for strategic risk in the cost estimates because he wanted to avoid something called red meat syndrome. He argues that placing unearmarked dollar amounts in the public domain would simply entice contractors to go after them. But different consultants and experts have testified there are better ways to avoid red meat syndrome.
Let's make it clear. Consultants don't run businesses. CEOs and vice presidents run businesses.
Martin's frustration with the inquiry became more evident as the day wore on, as he criticized the way inquiry lawyers have asked some questions.
And watching the way that, the questioning has gone and what I feel is a hypothesis has been, created and, questioning designed to prove that hypothesis. That's my view.
He was most intransigent on the issue of schedule. Documents have suggested Muskrat Falls had just a 1 to 3% chance of being completed on time. But Martin rejects that idea wholesale.
Had a probability of less than 1% of being achieved, correct?
Incorrect, because you use scheduled again. I said that earlier, so I wouldn't have to repeat myself.
Well, it does say here right at the top, risk-adjusted schedule.
And Ed Martin's testimony will continue tomorrow. Lynn?
Thank you very much. NTV's Michael Connors reporting live from our newsroom.